Welcome to the Military Meditation Coach. This episode of Meditation for Mindful Eating is guided by Dr. Stephanie Brown, a clinical psychologist at Naval Center for Combat and Operational Stress Control. The views expressed here are those of the presenters and do not reflect the official policy of the Department of Defense or the United States government. The Military Meditation Coach podcast is produced by the Defense Health Agency in collaboration with the Navy Bureau of Medicine and Surgery. You can learn more about us and get in touch on Facebook and Twitter at Military Health.
Hello, this is Stephanie Brown. I am a psychologist for the Naval Center for Combat and Operational Stress Control, and I'm going to be leading you through a mindful eating exercise today. In our lives, we are frequently going on autopilot and multitasking, not paying much attention to our hunger cues until we cannot ignore them anymore and are starving. This may lead us to eat a large amount of convenient food too quickly. When we eat in front of the TV or other screen, while driving or while working, we tend to not focus on chewing or tasting our food and may not notice that we are full until we're stuffed. By slowing down and only eating while we're eating, that is, not multitasking, we can enjoy our food more, get better nourishment to fuel our bodies, and get all the other benefits of practicing mindfulness. For this podcast, I'm going to guide you through mindfully eating a piece of food. Please select one small item of food, such as a piece of fruit or a piece of candy. You can use this skill for entire meals, but for this exercise, it would be most helpful to select one bite-sized piece of food. Now, please do not put the food in your mouth until I ask you to. This is likely to be the slowest you've ever eaten a piece of food. If you find yourself getting impatient, simply notice that sensation. You are going to be using this piece of food as your anchor to the present moment. As with any other mindfulness practice, when you notice your mind wandering, just gently guide it back to the anchor. Okay, let's get started. Begin by picking up the piece of food you have selected and taking it out of any wrapper or peel. Feel it with your fingers. Approach this piece of food with curiosity, as if it is the first time you are having it. What is the texture? What is the weight in your hand? What does it look like? Is the surface shiny or flat? Does it have any inconsistencies? If your mind pumps out any judgments about the food, simply guide yourself back to objectively describing the food. Lift the piece of food to your nose and take a deep breath in, noticing what it smells like. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable to help you focus on the smell more. As you smell the food, think about the different ingredients or origins of this food. Do you smell specific components of it, or the soil where it was grown? Now slowly move the food towards your mouth. Do you notice your mouth starting to water as you think about eating this piece of food? Place it on your tongue without biting it. What is the first flavor you notice? Move it around in your mouth, feeling the texture and temperature of the food. Now slowly bite into it, noticing any differences in the texture or flavors as you bite it. What sound do you hear as you bite into the food? Slowly chew the food, continuing to be aware of any changes in what you perceive. What are your thoughts about the food? Do you notice any memories connected to this flavor? Does this food bring up any particular emotions in you? Again, if you notice any judgments showing up in your mind, simply thank your mind for doing its job and redirect your focus back to the experience of eating this food. When you are ready, you can swallow the piece of food. Think about the nutrients it is providing your body as it travels to your stomach, ready to be absorbed and fuel you for your day. If you'd like, you can end this exercise by thanking those who got this food from the earth to your plate. You can stop here and open your eyes if they're still closed, or continue eating this food mindfully, noticing how satisfied you feel with each bite.